Guys, guess what, guys? It came in. Yeah, the hose for the propane tank to the body heater. No more burning through 1 pound tanks. We'll drag a 20 pounder. Later on I might buy a 5 pounder if that 20 pounder becomes too cumbersome. But yeah, we'll have plenty of heat, so that's good. Also, I bought some fishing line. I was recommended by Where's Bobby to get some trilene green. He said it's really good, so figured I'd give that a go. This is for just summer fishing. Mind you, I bought a lot of it, 1,000 meters, 3,000 feet. I'm gonna put it all in the spool. Why not, right? 2,000 feet on the spool should be more than enough. You'll be able to catch a fish with that. I'm kidding, guys, for crying out loud. Holy crap, don't take everything I say seriously. But yeah, so that showed up. I also ordered some braid because what I want to do is I want to load the bait caster up with some braid. So I got some 10 pound braid. 10 pound braid, 12 pound mono, because the only thing they had less than that was 4 pound, and well, I don't want to snap off on every little friggin' sunfish. Like, to be honest, I wasn't planning on buying any fishing line yet, but they had it on sale at Amazon, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it now because it's like $5 cheaper than it was at Canadian Tire, and the spool's bigger. So I figured tonight after work what we'll do is we'll go ahead, hook that hose up to the propane tank, hook it up to the buddy heater, make sure it all works, fire it up, and that way there we know if we're good to go or go to good. They say not to run the propane tank in the actual tent enclosure with you, so what we'll probably end up doing is we'll have to put the propane tank on the outside of the tent, which I don't think will cause a problem. You know, it might get cold and stuff, but I think it'll still work. I've never had issues with propane barbecuing in the winter, so my only issue now with barbecuing is I don't drink beer anymore, so it's not as much fun to barbecue. Sounds weird, right? Like, barbecuing was the thing I did when I used to get shit-faced. Just get right friggin' torqued on beer and cook up some meat on the barbie and go from there, but when I quit drinking, I almost quit barbecuing too, and well, that's never good. Okay, so I season my fish, making my lunch. We're good. Cup of water to the guy here. A little bit more seasoning, because you can never have too much of the seasoning. Hit the steam button. Walk away. Better water the animals. They're thirsty. They need a bev. So stoked for ice fishing tomorrow, though, boys. It's staying lighter later, so we can stay out a little longer. Pretty sweet. I don't think we're doing daylight savings time anymore in Ontario, though. I'm pretty sure come March they're not going to bump the hour ahead, so that kind of sucks. Kind of hoping they would have done like every other province, but because our province is ran by an idiot, it's not possible. So it sucks that they're not going to bump it ahead. And then just leave it there, because it'd be nice to get that extra hour of light, even in the winter. Like, it really comes up clutch, but it is what it is, eh? Anyway, back to work I go. Tonight we'll test out that propane hose. Hopefully it works. So I got a couple ideas for tomorrow. One thing I want to do tonight is I want to go to Walmart. I want to pick up some tortilla shells, preferably low carb. Might go to Independent for that because they got the actual low carb ones. I got a snack that I want to make for ice fishing tomorrow. They're apple cheese. Well, my friend makes them with strawberries, but you can do it with apples and everything. And I've been really craving apple pie lately, so I figure we'll make these apple cheesecake friggin' crunchies. Yeah, my friend makes them all the time. You can also make them like churros, I guess is the term. Basically, you take the tortilla, and you get the big ones, like the 10, 12-inch ones. And then you basically heat up, I'll show you tonight. Heat up your cream cheese and then blend it and smear it all over the tortilla and put in some apple slices, roll it up, chop it into edible parts, and then container it and drag that out on the ice tomorrow. She likes to fry it, put a little bit of butter in a frying pan and fry them up so that they get hard and crunchy, which is pretty awesome, which is probably what I'll end up doing. And then I'll just put them in a Tupperware container and bring them out on the ice tomorrow. And if Sarah comes, then we'll have some snackos, and if she doesn't, then I'll have a lot of snackos. So that's okay. So apparently we're going into another lockdown. No, we're not going into another one. Actually, on the 16th, they announced we're going in for another 30 days because we can't curb the infection rate. But just wait, guys. When it gets warm, all of a sudden it'll magically go away. Why is that? It's because COVID's the flu. Okay, it's not exactly the flu, but it follows the flu's patterns, right? Like, you don't see people getting flu shots in friggin' June and July. You can see people getting flu shots in October, November, because the flu is highly transmittable during the winter months and kind of goes dormant when it's warm out, which doesn't explain things like India and that how it's so crazy over there. But maybe it's a different strain. Maybe it's a mutated strain. Maybe that strain likes the heat. Maybe our strain likes the cold. You know, climate adjustable. Adapt, consume, devour, upgrade. I put the camera on him and he was about to do something and then he comes over and he dances. Like, Every time I put the camera on him, he's like, I gotta show off. I'm a puppy. So, yeah, tonight we'll go to Walmart after, well, not after work, seeing how they're going to close at 8, because that's the new pandemic rules, is all stores got to be closed by 8, so everybody can be home by 8, and there's nobody out after 8, and there's no curfew, it's just that's what they want. So, go out, see if we can, I want to go to Walmart because I want to check on some things. There's one thing I want to get is some new hooks. My hooks were a little bit too big. I want to see if I can get some smaller hooks. I want to try a hook. I said hook a lot in this, I want to try a hook and a weight on my line instead of using a jig, and then hook a minnow on that and send that down to the galley and see if we can hook a fish tomorrow. I heard that a lot of people had a lot of better luck with smaller presentations, so I'm going to give her a go and see what happens. Then tomorrow we got to go pick up bait, so that's fun. Anyway, I'm on my 30 freaking minute lunch. I took a 15-minute to eat my fish. Ate my fish was fan-damn-tastic, and now I'm basically burning the last 30 minutes of my lunch break, and then I'm gonna take a break at 4, and then friggin' home stretch, baby. Super stoked. Okay, bye. Alright guys, it's 5 o'clock. It's time to go outside and see if this thing actually works. This here is the cable for the Mr. Buddy heater. Gonna grab a 20 pounder and see if she goes. Right now I got you guys on my head on the GoPro because it's just easier that way. Go. Not right now. I'm doing dangerous stuff. I might blow up and I don't want you to blow up too. You can take care of yourself, right? You know how? Maybe not. Anyway. Fine, you wanna go outside? Oh Jesus, Murphy. Alright, let's grab this. We'll go out to the garage. I'm gonna have to open the bay door to get to the other side to find a propane tank. I know I got one in there somewhere. But I think if this works and it's just too cumbersome, I might purchase a 5-pounder just for this purpose. Where the heck is my propane tank? Oh, there it is. Okay. Gonna have to get this thing out of the way. Problem with this garage, man. All this crap in here makes it hard to maneuver around and get things. Alright, can't wait for next year to do another dump run. Oh, no wonder I couldn't get it out. You know what? Maybe I'll just leave it in here like this. I'll just leave it in this milk crate and take this with me. Let's get this crap out of the way here. If I sit you right there, grab Captain Buddy heater here. I don't know if it's bad to leave these on when you're not in use. I just really don't care. Probably not a good thing. This end here, this goes into the Buddy heater. Like so, it has its own little crank, so line it up. And then this end here. Now this is the Mr. Buddy heater version, so you don't need to buy the if you buy just a regular accessory cable to hook up like a Coleman stove or something, you have to buy the fuel filter. Okay, I don't know why the hell this isn't going in. What the hell am I doing wrong here? Was it reverse threaded? No, it is. Yeah, look at that. So it's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. Alright, we got power, we got ignition, and we got extinction. There we go, we are on. There's still some air in the hose. Full power. Here we go, just like that. We can run her full tilt like a Peterbilt now. It's good on this propane tank. You can go for like 150 freaking hours. It's way better, and that's on low, 150 hours on low. On those little ones, you're only good for 5, they say. But I'm 100% sure they don't fill those damn things. So that's pretty sweet. All right. Of course, that takes up a lot of space in my sled. I should have got the 75, but man, does that ever throw a lot of heat right here. I always wondered about that, about just sitting outside with this thing on, if it would give enough heat off. And let me tell you, the answer is hard yes. So, okay, we know that works. So let's go ahead and power this down. Shit, that's not what you're supposed to do. So turn it off here and let the pilot light drain out the line. I'm still gonna bring the 2 little propane tanks as an emergency backup, like in case this drains. I know it won't drain tomorrow, but it will drain over time. I saw a couple of these sleds online where people put holes in here and they ran upward supports to put their hogger on and their shanty. I was thinking about doing that, doing a second layer above. Then I could just leave the propane tank in there all the time. Just take it out when I need to fill it. Don't need the shovel, but it's nice to have it. All right, well, I'm gonna back this thing in because we're good here. We know that much works. So tomorrow, just take that, chuck it on top, put the fish finder in there. Good friggin' give her a dangle, boys. Right on. All right, well, get this place closed up. It's good to know. Look at the kitty cat. She's in the window. She's all like, what are you guys doing out there? We're playing with fire. It's fun. So what I'm probably gonna do is, I thought about this with the propane tank. I'm gonna leave it outside of the tent, and that'll give us more room inside of the tent. And like I said, I'm probably just gonna leave it right in the sled. We'll run the hose underneath the apron, right into the buddy heater, and then we can run the buddy heater on high or low, whatever we need tomorrow. It's supposed to be a little extra cold out tomorrow, so we'll see how she is, and then we'll make that decision then. Did you just fail another jump? God, one of these days I'll get an animal that can actually be what it's supposed to be. Because that cat sucks as a cat. Yeah, you suck as a cat. Probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit and head off and get my shopping done now. It's currently 6 o'clock. I was kind of hoping to put in a workout tonight, but then I was thinking, you know what, tomorrow I gotta drag that sled on the ice, rip some holes, fish, same with Sunday. Maybe I shouldn't exhaust myself and then go and do that. Save myself for then. Maybe I'll just do some cardio tonight. I also want to play some Scum. You guys ever try that game? It's pretty cool. I bought Scum a long time ago when it was early access. Well, it's still early access, but it's not as early as it was. If that makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but okay. Anyway, when I bought it at first, it kind of sucked. I won't even try and sugarcoat it. It was kind of a piece of shit. The game had plenty of bugs and still does, but they fixed a lot of stuff in it. Sorry, I'm just trying to see where the hell I put my hot hands. I have no idea where I put the bag of those. As it stands now, the game is not too bad. It has a lot of pretty cool features in it, such as vehicles, and literally what the game is you're a prisoner, like you're on death row. Anyway, you're on death row, and instead of them just killing you or giving you lethal injection, they eject you off to this island called Scum Island. And it's pretty much a TV show, because you have fame points as you do stuff like killing zombies, or puppets as they call them, killing other players, doing other things. Like, I play single player, so there's no other players. That's just the puppets against me. You know, crafting, building things, setting up traps, actually having the traps catch things. You get fame points, which you can then spend if you die to respawn at a certain location. So it's a pretty cool game. It's a really big map. It's really fun. I like it. I didn't when I first bought it. I was gonna refund it, but I didn't know how, and then I just didn't bother because I was like, I only bought it for 15 bucks. Who cares? They've added a whole bunch of more crap to it, like driving vehicles and different firearms and all sorts of stuff. And the crafting's gotten a hell of a lot better than what it was. You know, you can craft simple arrows, like a stick that's sharpened, a bow that's made with a bowstring. It's a 10-pound bow with the bowstring made from tree bark. Or you can go all the way up to like a 70-pound bow, and your line is like a friggin' wire. So there's I don't know, it's kind of neat. It's kind of a nice little survival game. They haven't added cool things like fishing yet, but you can do hunting. Like, you ever played that Call of the Wild? Hunter Call of the Wild? Well, they got a hunting mechanic built into it like that, where if you shoot and wound a deer or a wolf or a hog or a bunny rabbit or whatever, if you nick it and you wound it, you don't kill it right on the spot and it runs off, you can actually do tracking and follow its blood trail so you can find it gradually. I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, let me find my hat here. But yeah, there was a lot of cool mechanics added to the game that weren't there when I first bought it. Like, when I first bought it, it was kind of shit. The vehicles, you couldn't interact with them. There's a lot of stuff you couldn't do. It was pretty much almost like a Kickstarter, if you will. I remember it was Jack Septic Guy who did the initial review on it, and even he said, he goes, right now the game is pretty rough. There's not much you can do, but guaranteed they're going to be adding stuff to it. And sure enough, they did. So that's super awesome. Anyway, I need to clear off my truck because I haven't driven in a couple days, and let's go get some groceries. Maybe hit up Walmart and see about getting some hooks and weights. All right, got my groceries. Even got the stuff to make the apple cheesecake things and the quesadillas, whatever. And now we're gonna go get some motherfreaking, what the hell am I talking about? We're gonna get some gas for the truck because she's sitting pretty low. So let's go. Went to Canadian Tire gas bar to get gas. I don't know why I haven't done that before. When you're a Canadian Tire member, like a red triangle member, you get money back. You get Canadian Tire money every time you gas up. Why am I not doing that? So at groceries, I grabbed some chicken because it was on sale, and who doesn't love chicken? Boneless, skinless, for God's sakes. Jam it in your face and eat it. These and this are for what I'm making for tomorrow, as well as these. Well, I'm going to eat some of these too. These aren't all going into that. That'd be one hell of a lot of apples into those little pastries. Chuck these bad boys in here for now. Oh, I got ribs in here too. I guess I'll eat that tomorrow night. Ribs will be great for supper tomorrow night. After ice fishing, hell yeah. And they had these on sale. Broccoli, $2. I figured broccoli and chicken. Get back to my roots and become a bodybuilder today. Now, as far as Walmart goes. Well, I decided to get something for ice fishing. It was cheap, pretty good, I think. The lanterns. So we got light in the friggin' shanty. Yeah, I got my flashlight, but I can just leave one of these right in the guy. So that's pretty cool. You take these and when you pull them apart, they turn on. That's super bright too. Like if I turn off the light in here, that pretty much lights up this whole room really nicely. So that'd be great in the ice shanty. Yeah, there's like 3 cob lights in there. That's pretty sweet. $20 for 3 of them. Good for a power outage too. My other gloves ripped and I've been missing my mittens, you know, where all your fingers are together so that things stay warmer. I saw these. They're like, I don't know, probably sheepskin or sheepskin. Definitely sheepskin for $12. But I saw these here at Walmart. Decided to give them a rip because they look super comfy. They are super comfy. These would be great for doing the driveway and for doing ice fishing. At least to haul the sleigh out so I can grab onto the rope and go. My fingers are together so they can stay warm. And these are freaking nice gloves. Even Oreo approves. He's fighting them. Also, not for ice fishing, got myself some more vitamin C because I love this stuff for the winter. I also love my vitamin D3 too, so that's a thing. And you know me, I'm a freaking addict. Gotta have my minties. Now for some weights, I got some simple split shots here. These are gonna go in the ice fishing bag tomorrow. And Struckus has been talking about these hooks for a while. I've always wanted to buy them, never got around to it. They're on for like $3 today, so I decided, and they're my favorite brand too, Mustad. Sponsor, hey, wanna hook me up? Mustad? I love your shit. I make lures with your hooks. I'm showing them your slow death hooks. Mustad, watch this. Hook a brother up with a sponsor. Just saying. But he basically said that these slow death style hooks are awesome. And when I saw Mustad made them, I'm like, you know what? I have yet to set the hook on a fish with a Mustad hook and have that fish come off. Like Mustad hooks are sharp as shit. Friggin', you get hooked up, you're hooked up. And these are just Eagle Claw lead weights. They don't sell tungstens at Walmart. You know what? They don't have much for anything at Walmart as far as ice fishing goes. I would have filmed in there, but they frown on that. So anyway, I'm gonna bring all 3 of these lanterns with me tomorrow. Don't need all 3 of them. Just need one. Can hang it from the center of the shanty, and then when it gets dark, pull it down. Boom, light. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be super sweet. Now, as far as cooking those apple things, that's going to be a separate video, completely different, dedicated cooking with the hobo, you know, because why not? And that way there, if you guys want to try it, you can give her a go. Just got to watch that video, follow the directions, and pitter patter and have at her. But as for tonight, guys, probably going to call it here. So we got our ship for tomorrow. We're good to go. We're ready to give her a solid dangle. We got 20 pounds of propane versus 1 little pound. So we can just run that heater full tilt like a Peterbilt and get that shanty super steamy and awesome. We can now run a hook and a weight instead of using jigs if we want to try something a little more finesse. I don't know if finesse is something you do when you ice fish. Hey man, back in the day, when I used to ice fish with my buddy's parents, they didn't have these friggin' dangle sticks like we have, these little tickle sticks. My buddy's ice shack literally had 2 hockey sticks with spools on it, and the spools were clothesline spools, like the reel off of a clothesline that was nailed to the hockey stick or screwed to the hockey stick, and they had like a piece of wood coming off of it that you would crank on. When you caught a fish, you didn't crank the spool. You grabbed the line and you pulled it out of the water like you would a tip up. All this new technology we have now, these tiny little fishing rods, and all that. That stuff they never had back then. So, and even back then, they never used treble hooks. They literally used a standard hook and a minnow, or they would throw, I remember my buddy's mom used to throw barley down the hole to bait the hole and get the fish to come in. And that would work. They would always get the fish to come in and catch them, but they were always like tiny little log perch, shitfish. Charlie Lake is apparently a real bitch to fish, so good to know. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut her down here. Tomorrow is going to be ice fishing, unless it is the Apple, whatever I'm going to call this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it today. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down freaking below they go. And until next time, guys, remember, live to win, never give in. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.